simple terms, the very sloppy mistake that I was making is I was really actively trying to turn my hips at the bottom part of the golf swing. And I think one of the reasons for this, because I've been playing a little bit more golf recently and it's been quite windy. I've had quite a lot of stormy weather here, and I think I've been trying to force the ball flight down. So what was happening in my golf swing is I was starting the downswing with, you know, a decent sort of sequence, but then as I was coming in towards the bottom part, I was really sort of turning my lower body excessively. And what this was doing is this was making my hands go too far out and making the club shaft come down too vertical. So as I was coming in towards the hit, like I say, I was really sort of struggling to control that club face and that path. But what I was doing was producing decent ball striking, but very, very low shots. And when it came to the longer clubs, I was really sort of struggling for some consistency. And it wasn't until I put my swing on video and then started to look at it and go, okay, something's not quite right here. So one of the things that we often use in golf instruction is a swing plane line. And I think for students, it's just such a gospel line that you need to get accustomed to. So like I say, as I was coming into the downswing, I was swinging a little bit too far above the plane line. So the question is, how do I go from this position to this sort of position? And the reality is, it's very much to do with what your lower body is doing. So if we get too spinny, which is, let's say, just too much rotation of the lower body, particularly in the bottom part of the golf swing, then what will happen is that's going to bring your hands very much to the side of your body as I'm demonstrating here. Okay, and that's going to make that start of the downswing, the hands go too far out and too much across, which is going to give you more prone to slice tendencies. But what we don't want to do is we don't want to just drop the arms as we're still trying to do this type of rotation, because it just won't feel very good. So what we need to do is we need to understand the importance of linear motion. Linear motion is where the pelvis, should we say, sways more towards the left-hand side. So as you start to sway, what will happen is, don't get me wrong, I'm still turning, but I'm just not turning like so. I'm sort of swaying as I turn this way. And if you just let your arms relax as you make a few of these swings to the side of you, what you'll see is if I go back to my turny move, so the way my hands work very much around me, if I relax my arms and allow my lower body to feel more like a swaying action, see my hands can go more up the plane line again like so. Now, personally, this discovery came from a bit of video analysis looking at it, but also with a lot of my students. I've been working hard on my Swing Buddy rope trainer, and I've been producing quite a few videos for people left hand, and that's where it really hit me. See, if I was swinging towards you, it's not this way, it's this way. It's almost like a tennis backhand action. See, it's not this excessive rotation, it's more this motion. Now, what you'll like about this video is when I was younger, I always used to watch, like every young aspiring professional golfer, used to watch loads of Tiger, but I also used to watch a lot of Colin Montgomerie as well. So Colin Montgomerie was really dominant European golfer, and he had, as Tiger did, this lovely iconic high finish. I always used to think, oh, how do they get up that position? You know, so if you get too spinny this way, you're always going to feel very down and around. If you let that pelvis slide more to the left, so the way my hands can go more up. And that's what I always used to do. I always used to watch Tiger and try and copy that through swing position, you know, and he finished with his hands nice and high. And even particularly somebody like Colin Montgomerie used to finish this way as well. And that's what you want to be doing. You want to be working on that feeling of getting those hands going up. See what I'm doing here? Not down and around. You've got to get the feeling of your hands going up in that through swing position, because that means you're navigating the correct amount of rotational, but also linear motion. So the big message on the back of this video is video your golf swing periodically, stick a plane line in there so that gives you a decent guide of what you're trying to do. And I would always suggest doing exercises like these, yeah, like a rope trainer or a bucket, so you can get the feeling of where you're guiding an object. Okay, so if I was going to throw this towards you guys, I'd move this way. I wouldn't move this way. And it's easy with the weight of a golf club, you know, like so, and getting so used to hitting shots and seeing a ball flight to just lose sight of that. And that's what I think the moral of today's story really is. So be more like Monty, get more of that feeling of the pelvis moving towards your lead side, get those hands nice and high, and hopefully I'll see you on the golf course soon. Bye.